Let's go. I'm missing a word. Good now? We go ahead and go?
You gotta stop being so goddamn impatient. Just remember who set everything up. Crip.
Should be.
You should have responded earlier. How about that?
Some people work today.
I ain't work today as well. What's good? You're not supposed to clap.
Oh, I thought I clapped too.
No, I clap. I'm the one that does the clapping, okay? You don't clap.
Okay, my bad, my bad.
Yeah, you're bad. Crip.
In 1998, here came the impossible. Lil Boy was chosen, his life was not optional. So we tried to search for anything that was logical. He just found a world shockingly irresponsible, with people in it that never was held accountable. The world was smoking mirrors, definitely undeniable. Could he overcome it? It likely was astronomical. But if he really could, that boy would be unstoppable. Joseph was for real. You went from his perspective. He was gonna kill anybody deceptive. Baby was so chill, growing into his own, and his mama was so thrilled. The boy finally left home, fresh up like he will. Prince is in his own, and he's hungry for a meal. Been starving for way too long. This reality, accepted it gradually. If you're not the coolest,
What's good, y'all? I'm Rodney,
I'm Charlie.
and this is another episode of RJ Relates. Now, like I say for every video, this is a sacred place where we are 100% honest with ourselves and the audience. We talk about topics such as depression, relationship, views, life, movies, TV shows, anime, and many more. If y'all like this video at the end, please hit that like button and subscribe. Hit that bell notification. If y'all want us to talk about other topics, you can hit those up in the comments below. I also put our IGs on there as well. Rodney_TE.
Charles X23.
That's your Instagram name?
And that's my Instagram.
Charles X23.
That's my Instagram.
Like X-Men?
No, just X.
Oh, okay.
Got a problem with that?
But as I was saying, let's get right into today's topic. So as you guys know, I got a new guest here. Name is
Charlie.
And I know Charlie for about, I think, 3 years now.
4.
It's been 4 years?
It's been 4
Yeah, you're right, it's been 4 years. 5 years. Yeah, it's kind of.
Oh yeah, kind of 5 years.
Yeah, kind of like 4.5. So I decided to have him on the show today to talk to you guys. Tell him a little bit about yourself, Charlie.
I'm a construction worker / electrician now, but really my passion is to become a firefighter, so I'm gonna start school for that to become a firefighter.
Did you ever look at the list I sent you? But Mom, did you ever look at that?
I did look at the list.
I didn't mean to talk about that.
I looked at the list that you sent me, you know, and my boy here's been helping me out with that.
I'm saying, I got
yeah,
you, man. I got
right?
you. Something happened? Something happened?
No. I saw something down here and I needed to get it off, you know. Okay. Living the life, you know. I'm getting married in the next year.
Okay,
you know?
okay. Congratulations, man.
Yeah,
Congratulations.
Thank you. You know, my beautiful fiance.
But, having said everything, we're going to get right into it. So today we're going to be talking about bullying. You know, everybody gets bullied. Well, not everybody, I wouldn't say that, but there's some people that get bullied, whether it's mentally, physically. And today I want to talk to Charles about, you know, were you ever bullied, man? And during your time growing up, you know, are you bullied now? Were you ever bullied a lot as a kid, young adult, going through elementary, middle school, high school? Why don't you tell us?
I was bullied. About the bullies that really get into your skin, you know, the ones that just try everything in their power to just mess with you.
Yeah.
Back in elementary school and middle school, I definitely was bullied. I had a lot of bullies in elementary school. Every day I would walk home from school, I would just get beat up right out in front of the school. As soon as I walked out the gates, I would just get beat up right there. I never defended myself, never really fought back. I was always afraid. I was a scared kid, you know?
Yeah.
I never fought back. So it just kept happening. My dad, he always wanted to try and help me, you know, defend myself and everything, but I just never got a nick of it. Just never was a fighter. Middle school was definitely tougher. 6th grade, I didn't fight that much. 7th grade, I was ranked the number 1 kid to fight in school that year. The number 1 kid.
You knew you were ranked the number 1.
Because I remember my last big fight, I went into the office because they called me in and they told me that I had to start anger management classes or get expelled. So I chose the anger management class.
Charles, you were a bad boy.
I'm sorry. I chose the anger management classes instead of getting expelled because I wanted my education more than staying at home and not getting it and being held back.
Why do you think you got into so many fights?
In middle school, I got into a lot of fights because my parents split. They broke up, and my mom forced another guy like into my life immediately.
Just like that?
Just like that, and I did not like that at all. It was really difficult for me.
Yeah.
Even though my mom and him would say that he's not there to replace my dad, it kind of felt like my mom just already was over it. She didn't care about the breakup. Yeah, she already moved on, didn't care about the breakup. So that made me mad. And any person, anybody in middle school that would just come up to me and just say something slick like, "Oh, hey, you're stupid," I don't care. I'd swing on them just because how angry I was. I would just go ahead and swing. And the big fight that I had in middle school was this kid pushed me into a locker when we were getting ready to leave PE class. He pushed me into a locker and it hurt. Of course, it's a locker.
Yeah.
So what I did is I pushed him back. I pushed him as hard as I could back. But he kind of like stumbled when I pushed him and he hit a lock itself, the number locks, and he hit it so hard that he had a few of the numbers imprinted on his head.
Hey, he had a stamp on his forehead.
He had a stamp. We got sent to the office.
Do you think that anger came from a different place? Like, obviously you were angry at him.
I was angry at him, but yes, I was more angry towards my mom. Just being immediately okay with the breakup and stuff.
Yeah.
That's definitely where the anger came from. I was just so angry at her that immediately, and I'm telling you guys, immediately, it was my dad left the house, and then like 2 days later, there was a new guy in there, and my mom told me that he's moving in with us immediately. Moving in. Oh, immediately.
They're probably talking before then.
Yeah, they were definitely talking before. So that anger, I just let it out on the kid. I just started whooping him. Started beating him. Yeah, they took me to the office, and that's when they said it's either you do anger management or you get expelled. And I chose the anger management, and the anger management definitely helped me get over my mom. And not like over her, but like stop thinking about it. It helped, But the bullies and stuff, they just kept coming.
But going back to did you ever talk to your mom about that? Like, did you ever confront her or like wanted to talk to her about it?
I did.
Like even now, even to this day.
I did. I remember I went up to her one time when I was still in middle school. I went up to her and I was like, "Hey, Mom, I want to know like the real story, the true story," because she told me that they just fell out of love. Like they didn't love each other no more, so they were just splitting. So that's what I believe. And I told her, I was like, I want to know the truth, like what really happened, And my mom went and said, and I believe she said this because she feared that I would leave her and go live with my dad. So she said that my dad cheated on her.
She said that your dad cheated on her?
Yeah. She said that my dad cheated on her.
Oh.
So she said that, but I couldn't believe it. I couldn't believe it because my dad is like loyal. My dad was loyal to my mom, like no matter what.
Yeah.
And I know he was because there would be so many times because my dad had me at a young age, My dad was 18 when he had me, so he was like my best friend too.
Yeah.
So my dad would take me and my brother out and stuff, we go out and stuff, and we would always see, like he would take us to a bar to watch football games.
Yeah.
And we would always see like girls come up to my dad because he's still so young. They would always be like, "Oh, you know, what are you doing?" Da, 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 da. And he would always mention, "No, I'm married and I got kids."
Yeah.
That's it. So I never once believed that my dad cheated on my mom. Never once.
Did you ask your dad?
I asked my dad, and my dad said that she cheated on him. And I went to go confront my mom about that, and my mom got mad. She called my dad. My dad got mad because he thought I wasn't going to tell my mom. So he got mad at me. So I was so confused in middle school that I really didn't know what to believe. So I was just like, you know what? For now, I'm just going to believe that they fell out of love. Because there's just he said, she said shit going on that I don't know what's going on. So I was like, I'm going to leave it alone.
But now as a young adult.
Now as a young adult, I asked my dad again. And this time, I actually got info from my brother that made me confirm my mom cheated. My brother came home and he opened the door and saw my mom in the bed with another man.
Whoa.
Yep, because he wanted, he said that he went up to her room because he was hungry. So he was gonna ask her for food because he was like, wow, mom's home. That's weird. She's a nurse. She's supposed to be at work.
Yeah.
So he went upstairs and was like, hey, mom, can you get me? And saw her in bed with another man. And my brother told me that. And I knew. I was like, well.
So he never told you that until like later on?
Until I was 18 years old. Never told me until I was 18. And that's when they finally told me.
Wow.
That's when I finally
It
realized.
makes more sense because what's it called? She moved on. She was with somebody else.
Yep.
Is she still with that guy?
Yeah, they're married now. They're married now, and I got 2 sisters now. And I love my sisters to death, but I hate his guts.
Yeah.
He's low-key a bully himself, you know? But he's one of those, I'ma just talk trash bully. He ain't no physical bully, so.
So he also a bully.
Yeah, he's just a talker, though. He ain't nothing to worry about.
Man, that's tough, man. That's really tough, bro. I'm sorry you had to go through that, man.
Yeah, no, it definitely sucked.
To see your, the fact that your parents, didn't get the last. The fact that, like, you just want to believe they fell in love. In reality, they, she cheated. I'm pretty sure that's tough. I don't know what that's like, but I'm sorry that you had to go through that, man. For real. I would say for me, man, I wasn't really bullied. I don't think I was ever really bullied in school. I think, like I said, like in my previous videos, you guys know if I was ever bullied, it was here dealing with my mom. Stuff like with all this name callings that she would call me like stupid or retarded or idiot, lame, not cool, stuff like that. That was probably my bully, I would say. And I remember I got into a fight one time in middle school. I think it was 7th grade. This kid walked up to me and he was like, I knew him. We were like okay. We weren't really like the best friends or anything, but we were okay. And he came up to me. He was like, I was sitting on my desk, and he came up to me. He's like, yo, I saw this snake right over there, right? And I looked, and then he just slapped me in my face, like slapped me, and I was just like, what the. What? What'd you just slap me for? I didn't do anything to him like at all. I don't know. He just did it. So I get up, I walk right over to him, and then I slap him as hard as I possibly can, right back. And then we start fighting, and then we're fighting back and forth and stuff like that. And then everybody said I whooped his ass. Everybody said I whooped his ass. Right? But I was so mad and angry, and when I was fighting him, obviously I was mad at him, but I was also like mad at my mom. Like I was mad because like all the stuff she would call me, all the stuff I had to deal with, that like low key, like because I couldn't take my anger out on her, but I could take my anger out on him. Mm-hmm. So it goes back to how you said like with your parents being divorced, you had anger built up, and then when you got into the fight, it's just transitioned into that. And that was the same thing that affected me when I was growing up. I would say that's really it for me. But if anyone's dealing with any kind of bullying, I would say, ask for help. Find people you can really trust, such as friends, because friends are always going to have your back. So if you ever get into some type of trouble, you could always look to a friend. to always have your back, always support you, always be a real friend, not a fake friend, a real friend.
Definitely.
A real friend, man, because a lot of people act like they're friends, but they're really not. And those same bullies can end up being those so-called friends that you have. So if you're ever feeling like you're getting bullied, and you feel like it's never gonna end, don't give up. Don't ever give up. Do you have any advice you would give?
Basically the same thing you said. You know, find yourself friends. I definitely found myself some good friends in high school.
Yeah.
That's pretty why I basically knew everybody in high school. By the time I hit senior year, I knew like all of the football team. You know, I was cool with all of them. You know, I never really
Mr. Popular.
I wasn't Mr. Popular. I just knew them. You know, I didn't go to their parties or anything like that. I didn't. I actually didn't. The only parties I ever went to in high school were prom and homecoming. That's it. That's all I did. But
I wasn't popular, so I know how you feel.
Yeah. Definitely get yourself some friends that are tight with you. You know, the ones that will help you no matter what. You know, because like you said, there are those friends that just hang with you and chill with you and stuff, but won't defend you or won't help you out in your time of need.
Yeah.
So it'll take some time to actually find that friend or friends that will actually be there for you no matter what. Yeah. But once you do, trust me, you ain't gotta worry about nothing no more.
And say if you just don't have any friends like that, I would still try to go to your parents or family or meet even somebody at school. Somebody, you know, just try your best to find help in the right places, okay? Because, you know, not everybody has friends or blessed enough to make any real friends and like that. So that's why I would say for those people who also don't have any, like, a lot of friends or that many friends as well.
That is true. Definitely go and find help somewhere, wherever you can. Most of the time, though, because we gotta say it, you know, most of the time, even going to your parents or even going to, like, guidance counselors or, you know, assistant principals, whatever, you know, even going to them, they can't really, like,
that's why I said, like, friends,
do
family,
something.
Like, I said, like, just anybody, like, you can trust. Because, I get that, like,
but I would say, like, you know, if you're getting bullied, like, during lunchtime, or, like, if you're getting bullied, like, after school, you know, like, let's say you walking home and stuff, maybe stay a few more minutes, because bullies, they won't wait for you or anything. They'll be like, oh, okay, you know, maybe we missed them, or ask somebody, like, if you do have, like, one friend that's not, like, really tight with you, but you have that one friend, or, you know, somebody that you know that's near, be like, hey, can I catch a ride with you, you know, or something. Or even if you don't have any friends, if you're shy, you know, you're scared, you know, just wait. Like I said, if you're still at school, wait, you know, in the library, or maybe, like, go to a teacher's classroom and be like, hey, man, can I chill here for lunch, you know? Because bullies will only bully you when there's nobody else around, because they don't want to get caught bullying.
Fact.
So if you guys got any problems with bullying and stuff, you know, you guys can always hit me up. You guys can DM me on my Instagram. I got
Charles X23, Kansas. Wait.
Kansas?
Oh,
nah, it's just Charles X23. That's it.
Oh, snap.
That's all it is. Boy, getting wrong.
But if y'all like this video, please hit that like button and subscribe. Hit that bell notification. If y'all want us to talk about other topics, you can put those in the comments below. You can also reach us on our IGs as well. Rodney_TE.
And Charles X23.
Charles X23. That's the way I said it the first
Charles
time.
X23. Said it wrong the first time. Like, you always get everything wrong. Never get anything right.
Never get anything right.
Alright, catch you next time on the flip. Oh, RJ Relates!
Too long. That shit is too long. It needs to end.
Listen, it is long, but the payoff is worth it, especially now that
Where's the payoff? It's still going.
Right. Let's pick them the brown shirts. Let's talk about Bob Bunny.
It's a recurring role.
No, I understand that, but I think they just say recurring. You know, there's a recurring role.
That's when I really knew she was the one for me, because she hit her head and she didn't go back inside the house.
I love that you told the world that. You blink, she gone. I'm pretty sure she ain't go. I always say what's up to me, how you doing, you know, all that stuff every time. But yeah, you over here trying to smash my girl. Yeah, he liked her.
Hey babe.